Do you often find yourself in the middle of people who suck your energy? Are there people among your friends and family who just won't leave you alone and mind their own business? Anyone who keeps bringing to you their problems with no regard to how you feel about it? Yes. The answer is yes. We all have these negative personalities in our lives who keep chipping away our positivity and ability to lead a good life. Some of these people are even from our direct family, so there's a little that we can do to stay away from them. But does that mean we need to keep putting up with these negative habits? The answer is no. In this video, I'm going to explain to you 7 types of negative people that we usually have around us and how to deal with each one of them so that they don't mess with your peace of mind. There's just one thing I want to clarify here is that no one is negative all the time, and it's just different situations where these people tend to act negatively instead of objectively and with a positive outlook. So it would perhaps not be right to label someone as a negative person, but we are mainly going to talk about their negative traits that we are subjected to every now and then and how to deal with each one of these. Some of the ideas explained in this video are from the book Think Like a Monk, along with my own commentary and examples. It's a great book, by the way, that I definitely recommend you to read if you haven't already. In case you're watching my videos for the first time, then please subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell icon for future updates. If you would like to listen to this as a podcast episode where I've shared a bit more context, then you can find the link in the description below. Without any further ado, let's get into it. I want you to think about someone in your life who may be one of the friends or in your family or someone at work who always keeps complaining. When you ask them how they are, they only tell you about all the bad things that are happening to them. The food's not good, couldn't sleep well, and the government sucks. It's like relentless verbal diarrhea, so complaining and negative that you never want to be around them. And now I want you to remember, if you ever find yourself complaining about that person to other people or to even yourself, and chances are you probably do. We all do. And this way we become exactly like the person we are criticizing. It is because complaining is so contagious that it gets passed on to another person in no time. And here is an interesting thing about complainers. People who constantly complain about things aren't necessarily looking for solutions to their problems. They just want someone to listen to their complaints and acknowledge them. And there are a couple of ways you could deal with complainers. One is to change your communication style. Instead of providing the solution to their problem, ask them to come up with the solution. You could ask them, how would they solve this problem, or how do they really expect you to help them? Making them become specific about their complaint narrows things down to what really might be the problem as compared to what they are not happy about. And if that doesn't work and you continue to see them complain every now and then it's time to call out their complaining behavior. Tell them upfront that they have a tendency to just complain about things all the time. You might not be liked for calling this out, but gradually you will see a reducing trend in their complaining to you. They may not necessarily change and will probably complain to someone else, but there will possibly be a change towards you. So there we have the first kind of negative personality, complainers. Then the second type is cancelers. These are the kind of people whom if you compliment, then rather than graciously accepting it and saying thank you, they will spin it. You look good today becomes, oh, you mean I looked bad yesterday? These are the people who will always try to read the unintended meaning behind words. It can be really challenging to deal with these personalities, especially if they are in your close family or your work colleagues. A couple of things that you can do to deal with them are, one, that you include an element of clarification whenever you say something to them so that as little as possible can be left up to their wicked interpretation. And second, if you're dealing with someone who no matter what you say will twist it to mean something negative, then limit your dealings with that person, because the less you engage with them, the better off you will be. And if that's also not possible, then it's good to just confront them and call it out. The third type is casualties, aka victim mentalities. Casualties believe that their life is the worst. Things are unfair for them. The world is against them and nothing that they do will change that. And that's their victim mentality. I mean, all of us have had bad things happen to us at one point in time or another. Sometimes we get hit several times in a row, but the victim mentality people focus only on the negative and cling to it for a long time. The best way to deal with them is to never encourage their claims of victimization. And you can definitely acknowledge them if something bad has really happened, but always keep your point of view as past is in the past. We need to accept things as mature individuals and move on in life. If you keep that outlook consistently while dealing with them, their behavior towards you, at least, is likely to change. Now let's talk about my favorite kind of negative people. People whom you can find in abundance if you look around. Let's call them critics for now, although there are a few other names that they go by. Critics find a fault with everyone they come across and have a tendency to judge others all the time. You can never really live up to the expectations of these people, because the moment you try to do well in their eyes in one thing, they will shift their focus to another thing and keep going, because that's what they feed on, gossiping and criticizing others. The best way to deal with them is to let yourself free of their judgment, because their judgment, however important may be, is never valid, because they don't know the full picture. They don't know why someone did what they did or why someone didn't do something. And in the lack of the big picture, judgment is always half-baked. And why bother about half-baked judgments? Just focus on your life and keep doing what you can. Number 5, crankies. Do you have someone in your life who's always in a bad mood and that frustrates you? These are cranky people. Yes, just like there are cranky toddlers, there are cranky people too, who are just irritable and bad-tempered even with the smallest of things. These are toxic personalities, and it is really important that you do away with them completely. But if it's necessary for you to maintain a relationship with them, then here is how you can deal with them effectively. Let's say that a cranky person is in your distant circle, whom you meet once in a while. Then the simple way to deal with them is to not do anything or say anything which will turn on their crankiness. And if the same person is in your close friend circle or your close family, whom you have to deal with very often, then try to understand their behavior a little bit. What really makes them lose their temper? Because you will notice that there's usually a pattern that they follow, and things of certain nature are always bound to push them to the edge. And once you understand the causes, try and not do those things. And that's for you. For them, because it's a self-destructive behavior, it would be helpful if you call this out to them politely so that they can improve as well. Now we have competitors. You would think being competitive is a good thing. It is indeed if done in the competitive spirit, but some people are always comparing themselves to others to come out on top. Competitors control and manipulate to make themselves and their choices look better. They cannot just stand, how can someone else be better than them? Instead of improving themselves, they choose to bring others down. These are the kind of people with whom we often feel that we have to downplay our success, because deep down, we know they can't or won't appreciate our success. And I think to deal with them, just let them think that they are better, because it doesn't make a difference to what you have done or how you're better than them. Number 7, controllers. This point completely resonates with me, because I have a bunch of people in my life who wouldn't miss an opportunity to control the way I have to live my life. And I seriously hate it. And it's not just me, but these controllers want to control everyone they can and shape their world for them. They want to control their actions and how they think and how they feel about certain situations. And it can be a really tricky thing to deal with them, because if you try to act rebelliously to their controlling attempt, then it can come across as abrupt and might jeopardize your relationship with them. Therefore, a smarter way is to listen to what they have to say from one ear and take it out from the other. That's why we have 2 ears, right? It's like no harm in taking the advice, but I will do what I feel is right. And that brings us to the end of the video. See, negativity comes in many forms, and these were just some of the predominant types. And like I said in the beginning, it won't be appropriate just to simply label someone or these people as negative people, because they have positive traits too, and it's very situational. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say about negative personalities, your experiences with them, and how do you suggest is the best way to deal with them. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll soon be back with another video. Until then, have a nice time.